Stephen A., what do these changes say about your team?
Well, it says a couple of things. Number one, it says that evidently being a Cowboy ain't that great, contrary to what the Dallas Cowboys would try to display and convey and disseminate to the masses. That may not necessarily be the case. Dudes are looking to get paid. Dudes are looking to be appreciated more. Dudes are looking to build their brand instead of that of Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboy brand. It says that. Number two, it also says probably Dallas Cowboys ain't going 13-3 again. Let's call that a day. Number three, it also says there's questions as to what they're going to do in the NFC East. Number four, it also says something that's very, very obvious. Their defense, which wasn't that damn great to begin with, even though it improved last year, it wasn't that damn great to begin with. Now they are expected to have some troubles. This is a defense that was ranked 5th overall, I get it, but they were ranked 26th against the pass. So I expect the Dallas Cowboys to get worse. I expect them to struggle. I expect them to try to gloss over the fact that these dudes walked out of the door for greener pastures, per se. And I expect the Dallas Cowboys to do what I know they're always going to do. They're going to struggle, and somehow, some way, they will find a way to get in their own way and not get it done. It's just usually we learn about this later. Now we're seeing it happen as we speak right here in the month of March. I happen to believe it's a beautiful day. I happen to believe it's a very, very beautiful day.
What it says is the Dallas Cowboys know what we all know, that their defense isn't very good, particularly that they were dissatisfied with the performance of their defensive backfield. And so they think they're going to upgrade somehow. But the timing, to me, is curious. Sure, you still have the draft coming up, but the best corners, Gilmore, Butler, they're gone already. They've been messing around with Romo and that whole situation, and so they're at the moment on the hook for that money. Instead of having cleared that somehow, come to some arrangement, they don't have that money to spend, and not only that, the premier corners are gone. So maybe they're trying to improve in their defensive backfield, but at this point, given what they have to spend, what's on the market, boy, they better hit in the draft. Because it's possible, though hard to imagine, they could even get worse there, Ryan.
Well, if you look at this team and kind of the stats that you heard Stephen A. speak of, it was largely because of the secondary, mainly the corner position, with Morris Claiborne actually playing well early on in the season. Then he got hurt, and he missed the most of the end of the season. Anthony Brown was a rookie. Orlando Scandrick was coming off injury. I thought Barry Church early on in the season before his injury played really well. And then J.J. Wilcox, who filled in for him at free safety, played excellent. He was a physical presence in the defensive backfield. I really expected them to sign at least one of those guys to kind of have some carryover. Morris Claiborne hasn't lived up to his number 6 pick that he was in the draft, and so I kind of expected them to move on from him. You expect Orlando Scandrick to be better this year now that he's not coming off of injury. This is one of the deepest cornerback safety drafts that we've had in a long time, and so I expect them to go out and try to get some of those draft picks to implement right away into the secondary. And we've seen many teams do this recently, whether you look at Vernon Hargrave starting in Tampa Bay last year, Jalen Ramsey starting in Jacksonville. So we've seen young guys come in, play, and take a lot of snaps. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, how much worse can it get, though?
So you're saying, is this a smart move, then?
It's
Get rid of these guys
listen,
and potentially get young guys?
I think Barry Church and J.J. Wilcox, it would have been smart to keep one of those guys because they actually did play well. They actually did provide leadership. When you look at Brandon Carr, you look at Morris Claiborne, those guys haven't played up to the type of deals they were requesting, to the type of expectations that will be placed on them, first of all, because of the experience, secondly, because of the money that they will want. And so moving on for them, I think, is a smart idea. You're not a team that goes out and tries to play man-to-man constantly under defensive coordinator Rob Marinelli. So for me, it's not necessarily a terrible thing, but it's what you do from here moving forward. Will you be that accident waiting to happen like Stephen A. always says, or will you make the right decisions in replacing these people?
I'm Max Kellerman. Thanks for stopping by. Before you go, hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of me taking down Stephen A. Smith.